everybody, Mrs. B here. First and foremost, I want to tell you guys how much we miss you all. I was thinking yesterday about all of you who love to use those pens and how you have them laid out at all the lessons and things like that. The silly comments, the great questions, all of that stuff in person we definitely miss, and that's something I'm definitely looking forward to when we can get back together. So prayers to you and your families, that you stay well and healthy, and just know that we are thinking about you and praying with you and for you every single day. I've got my St. Pat's Day gear on, and that was because I really wanted to celebrate that with you guys, but I couldn't do that. So today, you guys will be viewing this video tomorrow on Monday. I'm recording on a Sunday, but I wanted to go back and kind of revisit St. Pat's Day, and just remember our Team 6. Got it on my back there. And just a couple other things that if you've been looking at the bulletin board and the assignment tabs and you're staying up to date, you're going to be great. You're going to be good to go. And I think I've heard back from just about everybody with all of that. I just want to remind you again, look at the bulletin board, because that's where a lot of the fresh announcements, I'm going to post those. I'm going to keep doing that. The links to the YouTube videos, the one we're going to do today is math. I'll do another a little later on science. And the links will be there for you guys. You should look at those videos before you go ahead and do the assignments. They will be little mini lessons. Today a little bit longer because I'm explaining a couple different things with what you should look for online. But generally like a 10 to 15 minute mini lesson on each. My son Tristan will join me for some of the science ones because he's going to help me with little demos, so that'll be cool and fun. And just keep checking back that bulletin board. And then, of course, the assignments. I'm going to try to put every single thing online. I just posted an announcement to you and your families about that. Everything will I will try to have it all online. So you're doing assessments and assignments, anything, right in the portal, in the OnSuite portal, the gradebook portal. You will see everything pop up under assignments, and they will all be dated. So you'll know when they're starting and then that end date. So just pay attention to those. Certainly, I'm giving you guys a 2-day window to do math and science. Normally we would have a 1-day if we were at school. I think a 2-day is pretty decent, but of course, your circumstances are all different, and we understand that. So please feel free to let me know, message me. Parents can certainly do so too, but it's really great to hear from you guys. If you're feeling stressed, frustrated, things are going on, of course, just don't worry about it. Just throw me a message and say, I'm working on this, Mrs. B. I'll get it to you. The discussion board will be part of an assignment for both math and science every week. So you're getting 2 mini assignments at once. A review, for example, you'll get a little assignment that will count as homework that will be loaded today for you. You'll have 2 days to complete it. In addition, you'll have a discussion question that you need to respond to. All right, so there's those 2 things. And the same with science. With math, a lot of you guys really often ask me for challenge items. So what you will see for math is 2 homeworks that pop up every time I do a lesson. It'll be a Form A and a Form B. Form A will say regular and Form B will say challenge. You guys get to pick which assignment you want to do. Both worth the same points. You will do one, choose one online. The other one I will just exempt. If you want to do both, go for it. That would be even more awesome. I'm not sure what your time constraints are and what you have available, so choose what's appropriate for you after I do a lesson, okay? I think that's about it. Just again, know you're in our prayers, and think of you guys every single day. So I'm up in my studio, my husband's studio today, and a little chilly up here, but I'm thankful we have it. We happen to have a huge dry erase board. So what I wanted to go over today was a little bit of the math that we touched upon the Thursday that we left school. So this is where we were. You might remember some of these things. They were on the packet that almost everybody has sent to me. And I'm just going to recover that today, and then the assignment today will be on that. So we talked about a variable, which are the letters that you see in an algebraic expression. Any type of letter, X, Y, B, S, T. Your coefficient, which I will soon down here code in green for you guys, would be the large number that's attached to a letter. So for example, 8a, your coefficient is an 8. 9b, your coefficient is the 9. A constant, which I'll code in pink, again on the examples below, is the number that stands alone. You'll just kind of see it sitting by itself, no letter attached to it. Those are called our constants. Our terms, that's the trickier part that people were having. I noticed a little bit of trouble on that on some of the packets. Those are the parts that are separated by an operation. Right now we're just working with addition and subtraction. So you could think of those subtraction and addition signs as sort of a break wall that separates the next term. And then the expression itself is the whole entire statement, numerical statement, but without an equal sign. If you might remember, we talked about expressions not having an equal sign. Equations have the equal signs. We'll get there. We're just not quite there yet. Before I go on to some of the samples, and again, this will greatly help with the assignment, the 323 assignment that you're going to see posted today. I want to remind you that if you know someone or hear of someone that can't get into the video, into the YouTube links on my channel, if you could please, and I've done so on the bulletin board website, just refer them to Math Topic 5, which is algebra. So you'll go under Topics, Topic 5, click on Algebra, and you're going to see a bunch of links there. And they're all pretty well titled and dated. What you will look for, what that person would look for, would be the 323 notes. So every time I do a video, for those that might have internet issues that day, you never know what can happen, we can let each other know, we can help each other by letting each other know that the notes are there for you, okay, to reference. And the notes are pretty much what I'm saying here, except that I've given additional examples if you get stuck. Okay, and you can open those right up. It's just a Word document. And I will do that for every lesson, math and science. There'll be a little add-on in the event that you can't get into a video. All right, so I've kind of chosen some colors here to code these two examples down here. On the online assignment, it's going to ask you questions like, which part of this expression is the variable? And then you guys will respond right online in the box. And I think it's a 10 or 15 question homework on that one. So they're pretty straightforward, almost sort of like a multiple choice fill in the blank style. All right, so if we're looking for the variables in the first example, I'm looking again for the letters, and I'm going to code them with red, okay, so that it's easier for you guys to see at home. I think when we did the packet before, we were drawing arrows and labeling them. If you want to come up with a little coding system, that's awesome if I ever have you do any handwritten work on this. The red, again, are our letters. So I'm just going to underline those in red. So we have an M, we've got an N, and that's it. So I would say that my variables are M and N. All right? My coefficient, I'm going to do that in green. Coefficient is the large number that is attached to a letter. So I see two of those. I've got an 18 attached to that M and a coefficient of 3 with the N. Moving on to constant, I'm going to use pink. And the constant is the number that stands alone. This guy's all by itself, so we're going to code him as a constant, pink. And the terms, the trickiest part. And I had some people even dividing these up so you could kind of see, to think of these guys almost as a division wall. They're kind of separating each other. So those terms, this guy right here would be a term. This guy here is a term, and this guy here isn't a term. So if I were to ask you how many terms are in this expression, you would tell me that there's 3 terms in this expression. If I ask you what the terms are on the online assessment, what you'll do is you'll write 18M, you'll put a space, 3N, put a space, and a 10. And then you'll be able to submit your answer. It will tell you to put a space in between if your response has to have multiple answers. So there are 3 terms on this one, 18M, 3N, and a 10. We're going to do the same thing with the last example, and then you guys will probably be pretty good to get this assignment going. So, and again, you can certainly message me if you're getting stuck still or refer to the notes online. Our variables are our letters. So we've got a C. We also have a variable of a P. My coefficients, they're attached to letters. My coefficients are a 7 and a 12. My constants, the numbers that stand alone, we have a 9 and a 3. And last but not least, my terms. Ooh, if I can get the cap off the marker, you guys, it's like the same problems at school. I have a term right here. That's my first term. The 9 being my second term. The 12p, remember it's that whole entire thing. We have a 12p, and then finally the term of the 3. So I have 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, a total of 4 terms. So again, if on the assignment I ask you how many terms it contains, you'll simply say 4, or you can write it out, F-O-U-R, that's fine. And then if I ask you to list, you would say 7C space 9 space 12P space 3. All right, and then the whole entire thing again is called an expression, not an equation, no equal sign. We call these expressions. And so that is what you guys will be doing over the next 2 days, that assignment. And again, you'll be able to choose one, the regular or the challenge. If you've got this down, certainly can go ahead and try the challenge. And then that will submit right to, once you take it, it will submit it right to Gradebook for me, and it will score it. So you guys will see your scores pretty quickly as this whole thing rolls out. Be patient with me. I'm definitely learning as we're going, but really glad that I have the ability to do this and be able to give you guys some video access to all of this. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Stay well.